Hey class, this is Dr. Collins, and just wanted to give a quick wrap up of the week. It's been a while since I've had a functioning computer or fully functioning computer and video, so wanted to appear live and in person. You probably already saw the announcement regarding your presentation, which is due. Looking forward to reading those. And as you can see, you probably want to go to the assignments folder and you'll see where to submit your presentation. So just click on the PowerPoint presentation. I also want to point out that the term paper is due on April 25th. I believe there was a discrepancy between this date that's showing here and the date that's in the syllabus. I wrote the syllabus a couple of weeks before I finished constructing the Blackboard site. So I wanted to give you an extra couple of days on that. Certainly, if you're done before then, you can submit it. But just these are the two places where you will submit those two assignments, the biggies for this course, and you will find that in the assignments section of Blackboard. And then just calling your attention back to this announcement here, which has to do with the presentation that is due. So anyway, I thought that the three discussions last week were excellent. You guys continue to fail to disappoint. So that double negative means you guys are still very impressive in the discussions. The leaders last week did a good job of pulling in potential tangents. Not that there was anything major. I think everybody gave some good points and is clearly recognizing that theories as they are applied to explaining the process of engagement with mobile health apps and devices is still in its infancy. And it's interesting as we start to think about how to consider the models that we've covered up to that point and kind of turn them on their ear to get a sense of how we might be able to apply the existing theories, which tend to do a pretty good job of explaining between person or between group differences in response to interventions and predicting outcomes. Shifting from that to understanding how theories can help explain and predict behavior change that happens within the individual over time when you can have feedback from the apps, constant feedback that shapes and tailors the intervention to an individual based on their responses at any given time. So it's a wide open area. A lot of people who are in the mHealth space are not only trying to understand how to create evidence-based mHealth devices and apps, but also how to use the data collected from those devices to shape ongoing theory, behavioral theory. This week you're going to be covering ecological models. This is an important week, not that other ones were necessarily less important, but a lot of the models that we covered so far were intentionally organized to kind of funnel down into ecological models because a lot of modern public health, regardless of the content of the public health problem, tends to frame an understanding and explanation of public health problems within ecological frameworks. So it's important to understand this approach to public health and public health intervention development because this is a language that a lot of people are currently using. So hopefully you will enjoy the readings. I think you may come to understand that the ecological framework is very complex. Some of the issues might pop up that came up in discussions around the social cognitive theory, for example, where some people were recognizing, some of you were recognizing that the principles and all of the constructs are very comprehensive, and it's difficult to design interventions that take into account all of the constructs and all of the principles, but that you can kind of pick and choose and tailor groups of constructs depending on what the public health problem is and what you're trying to do in terms of behavior change, whether you're trying to focus on the process of behavior change or guiding people towards a certain outcome. Summary being that the ecological framework is very complex, and you can conceptualize a public health problem across multiple layers of influence. And while that can be really helpful in understanding a problem and understanding all of the different facets of inputs into the problem that explain it, it's almost impossible to address all of the different factors and layers in one single intervention. So just keep that in mind during the discussion this week. Hopefully you'll enjoy the discussion and look forward to seeing it myself. All right. Take care. Have a good week.